Hi, I'm Reese here at Nufarm UK in Bradford, and I'm here to talk to Aaron and Steve about the opportunities that they have for young people. Hi Aaron, am I right in saying that you're a shift instrument technician here at Nufarm?
That's correct, yeah.
Can you say why you wanted to do this type of work?
It's a career, you know, it's hard to get in a trade these days, and it's a great opportunity to get a background behind me and learn, really. It's a job for the future.
How did you get your job at Nufarm?
I had an interview at a training company in Bradford. They generate a CV for myself and send it off to a wide range of engineering companies within the area. The companies receive my CV. If they like me, I get an interview at the company.
And can you tell us a bit more about the interview process?
I came here at Nufarm. I had an initial interview, more of get to know who I am, how I've done at school, how interested I am in the job really. So if they're satisfied with me, I have a second interview, more technical, kind of what kind of knowledge I have in the trade that I'm about to go into. Then we have medical to prove that, you know, I'm fit to do the job, and then the job was mine.
What qualifications and skills did you need to do your job?
I did a full year at Bradford College. That was my MVQ level 2. That was Monday to Friday for a full year. I then did an ONC in electronic engineering and electrical. I then do after the first year, I have 3 more years of my apprenticeship. I do on-the-job training, which involves me working here whilst doing my MVQ level 3. And after I finish my ONC, I've now gone up to HNC.
What kind of training have you had since you started working here?
I've obviously done my qualifications at college. I've had on-the-job training, you know, in all aspects of work that I'm going to do when I'm qualified here. Just everything I need to know to do the job, basically.
Are you doing a course now?
I'm in my second year, my HNC, yeah.
Okay. What are the good things and what are the not so good things about your job?
It's brilliant because you come to work not knowing what you're going to do on that day. That's the good thing about working at a place like this. I never know what challenges lie ahead. I'm not doing the same thing day in, day out. Obviously it's a chemical site, so it keeps you on your toes. You know, you've got to stay alert on your surroundings, what you're working with. But it's brilliant. It's a good challenge. I love it.
What opportunities will there be for you to do other roles here in the future?
Well, I've just finished my apprenticeship. I'm in a shift role at the minute, maintenance. Obviously, I can progress to an upstairs role if you like, doing more technical abilities. You know, working design, project management, etc.
What are your ambitions for the future?
Just to progress as far as I can. You know, I've got a trade behind me now, which not a lot of people can say that. You know, and it's a great opportunity, and I want to progress as far as I can.
That's all my questions, Aaron. Thank you very much for answering them.
Thank you.
Hi Steve, you're the Electrical Control and Instrumentation Manager here at Nufarm.
I am, yes, I am, yeah.
Okay. Can you give us an insight into what Nufarm do?
Well, Nufarm are a chemical manufacturer, mainly making chemicals that go into the farming industry, weed killers, etc., things like that. Going forward these days in this country, we have to make it as lean as we possibly can, and as part of that we look at automating our processes. So we're looking to take a lot of the human aspect out of it and put a machine in its place. One, because it's efficient and repeatable, and 2, because you don't need as many people to actually run the processes. The flip side of that is, because you've got a lot of equipment carrying out these duties, you need people that are competent and qualified to maintain those parts of equipment and actually keep the processes running. There's also opportunities coming up within the electrical department, so we're looking at taking on apprentices to do just electrical. I think we're looking at more process control apprentices as well, so people that are out on the plant actually running the plants and monitoring the systems.
Can you tell me what you're looking for in the young people that you recruit?
The last 2 apprentices that I've taken on, one was at AS level and one was at GCSE level. And the young lad at GCSE level, he was actually attending a sort of evening class in engineering, if you like, just basic engineering. But it showed that willingness to learn, that enthusiasm for engineering. If you're looking to go into engineering, then do some research into it. There's a lot of different opportunities in engineering, and it's a big broad subject. People think engineers and think spanners and things like that. No, it's really not like that. If you look at 90% of my job, it's writing software and designing plant to be able to automate. So key things are things like qualifications. I look for quite a high level in qualifications in a couple of subjects, predominantly maths and physics. That's two good areas to be into. Everything else I do look at, so I'm looking at if the person can perform overall, not just in the areas where I specifically need them. So, and that enthusiasm and that punctuality, I'm always looking for that.
How does a young person find out about the vacancies that you have?
We do have people, which I do encourage, is to off spec is to put a CV together. Learn how to put a CV together. It shows you're trying, you're willing to put some time and effort into finding a job. Send it into the company directly. Put it to the HR department, human resources. We don't directly recruit, but we use APRI, which is a BTAL run system, and we will take your CV and send it through to APRI, and they will contact the person. So,
what is the application process?
When you go through APRI, you will be asked to fill out a questionnaire and build up a CV. So that's why I was going back a little bit. If you can do the CV work before, you're going to go into APRI and you'll go straight to the top of the pile. The quicker you carry out that process, the quicker it gets in front of me to make that assessment. So I'm the person that sits there and looks at your CV, looks at your hobbies, looks at your qualifications, what you've done, what you've been doing, do you do anything after school, do you work on the weekends, things like that. So it's the process is get it in here or get it straight to a pre, but do as much work as you can up front. Get that CV built up. Understand what a CV is. We know it's not going to be reams and reams, you're just leaving school, but try and tell us about yourself, sort of thing.
Can you tell us some good things that you've seen in application forms and some not so good things?
The good is, like I say, well structured. So talking about hobbies, are the hobbies associated with what you're looking to do going forward? Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah.
Have you put a bit about that you understand what this company does? Do you understand about the role that you're actually being put forward to?
Can you give me some examples of questions that you're asking people in interviews?
Like I said, we're asking about hobbies. We're asking, do you do any other activities outside of school, engineering clubs, things like that?
Is there any advice that you would like to give young people who would like to work in the manufacturing industry?
It's a broad subject, so if you like a variation from, like I say, undoing nuts and bolts to actually programming software, you should look at a career in this path. You can contact this site because we sometimes run trainee weeks, so people can come in and actually have 2 weeks on site. We've run that before, and that stands you in very good stead. The last apprentice, he came in and he sort of had 2 weeks here away from school, learned a bit about the site and went away, and that gave him some enthusiasm to come into engineering. So there's things like that.
That's all my questions, Steve. Thank you very much for giving up your time today.
No problems. Thank you very much.